Okay, it's actually Sunday night, not Sunday night, Saturday night. We have an impromptu game. Well, it's the game we were planning to play on Sunday, but we're actually moving, so it's got a lot of packing and stuff to do. So decided to get the game in today while we've got some time. Humidity is crazy at the moment, so I didn't really fancy packing a load of boxes. So yeah, so this is what we've got lined up. It's a 3,000 point game. My Beastmen Vs Ogres. I think he's adjusted his list a bit. I've adjusted mine. Unfortunately, I dropped the Gorgon, regrettably. He's just useless against ogres, to be honest. And I'm so unlucky with him that I love the model, and I'm going to try and use it, but if I know I'm playing against ogres, I'm just not going to bother, because the worst thing in his army took it out last time, and the cannons weren't even a concern. Plus, it doesn't get the thunder stomp either, and it's just horrendous. So, tried something a bit different. So, we've got a Razor Gore, a Tuscarora Chariot, 38 Bestigore, 5 Harpies, 29 Gore, additional hand weapons, my level 4 Brave Shaman, a level 1 of Beasts, another level 1 of Beasts, sorry, that one's the level 1 of Shadow, level 1 of Beasts, level 1 of Beasts, 9 Minotaurs, sorry not 9, 7 Minotaurs, obviously that's not removable, so I had to squeeze them in there. With Taurox, the Brass Ball, another Razor Gore, 40 Gore with additional hand weapons, full command with my 206 BSB, a Tuscarora Chariot, and another Razor Gore. My level 4s of Shadow, and between him and the other guy, I've got everything apart from Penumbral Pendulum and the crap one. Can't remember what it is, but the one that no one touches. That's the one. So, and my level 1s are one, like I say, one of them's got an Enfeebling Foe, and the 2 beast ones have got Whiston's Wild Form, so pretty standard. So yeah, so that's what I've got. We're playing Blood and Glory, that's why I moved up a bit further than normal, because they're 15 onto the board, 9 away from the sides. And we just rolled to see who goes first, and so I actually got 1. Rolled a 3, and I rolled a 1, so exactly the right amount for him to win. So he will be going first, but first he's going to talk you through his army.
Yeah, the bit of a surprise, coming back from a long day, being dragged around, shocked by one. But yeah, it should be nice to get a game in. Hopefully weather cools down enough. I can keep awake long enough to finish his ogres again. Sorry, finish his beastmen with my ogres. So yeah, my army is pretty much the last one I used for fighting his ogres, slightly modified. His beastmen. It's late in the day, I'm tired. Yeah, so over here I have a Saber Tusk. I have a unit of 10 Nobilar Trappers, 4 Mournfang with all trimmings, and the nice news is that over here is another 2 Mournfang. I cracked the credit card out and decided I was going to finish the unit, so I shall be assembling them, ready for the game next week. I have 3 Lead Belchers, another 10 Nobilar Trappers, a unit of 6 Man-Eaters. They have poisoned attacks and the sniper special roll, and obviously brace pistols. So I finally worked out what that use is for that combo. Then I have a unit of 3 Lead Belchers, 15 Iron Guts, with a Slaughtermaster, a BSB, and a Butcher, who's masquerading in 5e. I have an Iron Blaster there, and a Saber Tusk on my right flank. And as Ollie says, I won the dice roll, so I will be going first. So we'll see you at the end of Ogres turn 1. Okay, it's the end of Ogres turn 1. And yeah, guys moved up, as you can see. Moved around. Desert back. The man-eaters rode around to try and draw a bead on dudes up here. And yeah, magic phase. I've got 10 dice for the channel, but I've only got 2 with these bucket of channeling dice. Yeah, I managed to get off a random Curse of Anra here with my level 2. Thanks, well, to the fact that I shouldn't have used Bone Crusher on the unit, which will be evident in just a sec. And then I failed to cast by 1 a beefed up version of Bone Crusher. But then I managed to get a jammy Curse of Anra here because Ollie failed to dispel. And then I failed to cast Wisdom's Wild Form. But yeah, the reason I shouldn't have cast Bone Crusher on them was because a little bit later on, in the shooting phase, this cannon destroyed the chariot, sending the spiky pig running in the opposite direction. However, Ollie rolled his panic test before remembering that indeed he only has to make 1 per turn, which was fortunate because he rolled an 11, and he would have been touched. Yeah, he rolled an 11 for that, and that would have been a bit of a worrying moment to hope that his.
Well, my reroll would have been. That would have been alright.
Still.
I didn't even see the dice.
Yeah. Well, you put your hand over it as soon as you rolled it, and I managed to catch it. And I was thinking, oh, that was a good point. But yeah, I'd attempted to snipe his BSB with my guys. I needed 6s to hit. I got about, I think in 12 dice, I got about 6 5s and a 6, which would have been beautiful if I needed 5s to hit, because I probably could have put a little bit of hurt on the BSB, maybe knocked a wound off. But no, scoring only 1 wound, he easily made the armour save. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Oh yeah, other than this, decided to work as intended and misfired, blowing up the cannon. So it is now just a chariot. So with that, we get on to Beastmen turn 1.
Okay, it's in the Beastmen turn 1. So I declared charge with the Razor Gore against his Saber Tusk. He elected to flee, and I caught him. Over here, my other Razor Gore failed to rally. He's just hanging on. These guys obviously have Curse of Anra here on them. I don't know where the card's gone, but they do have that on them. So the BSB bailed out the unit to hide in here until the man-eaters have gone away. Good luck with that. These guys attempted to charge on the Noblars. They fled, so I redirected them to Lead Belchers and failed the charge. These guys just moved up. These guys just moved up. Harpies moved up. Chariot moved up. So that was it for movement. Then the magic phase, I rolled a 10, which is unfortunate because I prefer a smaller magic phase of the Beastmen, but because obviously I've got the Herdstone. But I also didn't roll a really big magic phase, which was only causes the benefit Psi. So I ended up having 12 dice against size 6. You got channel, didn't you?
No.
No, you didn't. Okay. So you had 6, I had 12. But I cast Enfeebling Foe on these guys. Just give them -1 strength. Attempted to pit shades on them, although it did actually go off. It scattered off them. In terms of Wisdom's Wild Form, which I failed to cast. Attempted a Miasma on these guys, which we dispelled. And I think that was everything. It was quite a good magic phase, even though nothing went off. Yeah, and then, oh sorry, also the other Razor Gore here charged into the Lead Belchers, which of course is only combat. He hit me with loads, but only got 1 wound through, and I hit him twice and got 1 wound through. So I've held them up at least. I won the combat by 1, but it was just in range of his BSB. So I managed to hold, although he failed the first roll. And that was it. So it's the end of Beastmen turn 1. So have to see what happens in turn 2.
Right, it's the end of Ogres turn 2. I shunted these guys around, moved the lead belchers up. The Noblars came back. They passed the leadership test and reformed. Both of these guys moved up. This moved around. Flank shot. I got an 11 on the magic dice roll and a channel. So rocking 12 dice. I don't think I did a thing. I cast the maul. For once, it didn't screw me. Oh yeah, it did. I placed it here, just in front of the Minotaurs. It scattered to here, and then scattered just enough to go on to the Saber Tusk. So it went from here to here, which was quite beautiful. It was ice cold. You couldn't have flipping aimed it any better. But thankfully, he passed his initiative test, and he got strength for a hit, which wasn't a wound. Yeah, it didn't get much better. I think I miscast Brain Gobbler, which obviously they're still there, so unfortunately I only passed the leadership test. I only managed to do 2 wounds to the guys though. I rolled a 5, so I drained the rest of the magic out, and yeah, finished off the guy that had been wounded with Grutzicle. And thankfully the Slaughtermaster didn't take a wound. Then in shooting phase, a combination of a rather slightly overcooked cannon shot and some lead belchers, and the guys managed to kill 2 Minotaurs. As that was a flank shot, I was really hoping for some nice maximum profit. You know, rolling a 4 followed by a 6 would have been beautiful. That would have been scored me potentially 4 Minotaurs there. So yeah, putting a big dent in that Minotaur unit would have made Ollie think twice about leroying them straight into my ranks. So yeah, unfortunately with that, yeah, that was the end of the shooting. A bit lackluster, but at least I killed 2 of them. Better than nothing. Then in close combat, I rolled to hit spectacularly well, and then rolled to wound spectacularly badly. Ollie and I worked out the averages. In theory, I should get, with 18 attacks over 2 close combat phases, I should get, was it 9 hits and 3 wounds, which would be enough to kill it. Yet I got, out of 18 attacks, I got 16 hits and 1 wound. So, yeah, the averages more than likely balancing themselves out, but not in the places that they needed to be. But at least I'm hitting stuff. So you know, I'm more upbeat. Because I was making 4 pluses like a boss. Yeah. I mean, if I had troll, well, unfortunately, it's because I haven't got troll guts. I mean, if I had troll guts, man, I probably would have been 18 attacks, 2 hits, no wounds. But yeah. So with that, it's on to Beastmen turn 2.
Okay, it's the end of Beastmen turn 2. So I move the Razor Gore up to redirect the Mortang. Chuck the Bestigore up, didn't quite charge the Noblars yet. Attempted to charge the Minotaurs into the Lead Belchers, they fled. Then redirected into the Mornfang, but unfortunately failed it. We had a nice flank charger there. It was quite high though, so. These guys moved up, had a bit of a shuffle round, so got the level 4 back in the unit. The level 1 of Shadow jumped out, and obviously the BSB still in there. The Harpies moved up, them and the Minotaurs are out of the line of sight of the Man-Eaters, so, well, for now. The Chariot moved up. She managed to rally my Razor Gore. These guys stayed where they were, and that was pretty much it for movement. Then in the magic phase, unfortunately I rolled double 6, which is a really bad magic phase for me, and then so I got 2 channels as well, which is horrendous. So what did I actually get off? I don't think I got anything off, to be honest. They cost a 6 dice on a pit of shades on the Man-Eaters, which we dispelled. spelled a Melkos Mystify Miasma on them as well. I failed to cast a Wissen's Wild Form, and he also dispelled the Withering, or sorry, Enfeebling Foe from the Mournfang. So terrible magic face. So to get double 6 is just terrible, but besides to get 2 channels as well, it's really bad. So yeah, it was wasted. There's no close combat to speak of. Yeah. Oh yeah, because that happened in your turn, didn't it?
Battle Pig destroyed everything in its path.
Yeah. When the lead belchers fled, I then charged the razor claw into them as well. They didn't flee off the board, but I did actually catch them. So he's killed 6 lead belchers so far. Oh, he does have a wound on him. Seems reasonable. So if I can take out 6 ogres for every 1 wound, I should be doing alright.
He's done more than the entire rest of the Beastmen army put together.
Yeah. So certainly better than a cannon. But yeah, and his mate took heart, rallied, so that one's fighting the good fight over there. So yeah, pretty happy with the Razor Gore so far. So it's the end of my turn 2.
Okay, it's the end of Ogre's turn 3. Quite a few things happened. Charge-wise, I charged the chariot at his chariot. He chose to flee, so I edged forward 4. Then I had to kind of charge these guys at the piggy to try and get it out of the way and reform. I killed the piggy, alas failed to reform. I rolled 10, so miles away from the BSB of the general, so that screwed me. I moved these guys up to attempt to redirect, but I don't think I had quite the range. Their stubby little legs could only carry him 8 inches, which wasn't quite enough. Let's see. The man-eaters moved around to try and get a shot on his BSB, which he did. They shot and did him a wound. Although I'm starting to get a bit disappointed with the number of 6s I'm rolling. I'm rolling absolutely miserably. So yeah, these guys moved up. Then this moved back to let the Gutstar through and take a pot shot down the flank, which it duly did. Although someone just happened to shout on my head at the right time, because cannon bounced 10 inches, which hit Torox the Brass Bull, who he definitely headed into the unit next to him, killing 5 of his own men in what's a...
Yeah, man. He's a cow, there's a goat.
Yeah, man. It was a header that Peter Crouch would have been proud of. So, yeah, unfortunately, would have liked to have ganked myself a few Minotaurs, maybe even possibly put a couple of wounds on Torox, but still, I'll take 5 wounds on the Minotaurs. That's 5 less I have to deal with. So yeah, that was pretty much it. Unfortunately, the man-eaters are misfiring a little bit here. The magic phase was fairly good. I managed to get off Curse of Anra here. I think I've got Curse of Anra here and Brain Gobbler off, I believe, although Ollie passed his leadership test, being that he needed a 7, and he rolled a 7. He was quite relieved as he was out of range of the BSB and the general. So yeah, with that, kind of is it's going to be Beastmen turn 3.
Okay, it's end of Beastmen turn 3. So I charged the best gore into the Noblars. It's Wiser Council. I charged Torox out of the Minotaurs into the Mournfang, who elected to flee. Unfortunately, they fled just enough to get away, but not actually run off the board. So Torox redirected into the Noblars and overrun them. So he's sitting over there on his own. The Minotaurs reformed, just in case the man-eater's got a bit fruity. The Chariot managed to rally. These guys just moved up. BSB jumped out again. Obviously, he's got 1 wound on him now. His wound count's disappeared again. Wishful thinking on my part, I think. So he's hiding behind the Herdstone now. So that's 50 points well spent on the Herdstone there. Obviously, The Harpies jumped out to redirect the Gutstar, because I'm not fighting it. Not yet, anyway. The Razor Pig just moved up. That Razor Pig moved over there, just in case something weird happens. Just not comfortable. Those Mornfang was bloody rally, so he's there to give me some options. That was it. And then the Magic Phase, I finally rolled a good one. I think it was a 7, 4 to size, 7 to me. So I had 11 dice against size 4. I managed to cast. I attempted Melkos Mystifying Miasma on these guys, which I dispelled. And then I Pit of Shades them and killed 4 of them, which was nice. Unfortunately, they passed their panic test. And then with my remaining dice, I cast Wisdom's Wild Form on these guys, just to give them a fighting chance against any shots that do come off them. Which now there's only 2 of them, they're bound to hit and kill everything they shoot at, including this entire unit. So that was it. And then in close combat, the Noblars fought bravely, but ultimately got slaughtered.
They took 7 wounds in the process from Dangerous Terrain Tester.
Yeah, I lost 7 Bestigal to charging at them, which was horrendous, but you know, I've lost worse to charging like a Gorgon. So I removed the Gorgon because obviously it was bringing me bad luck. Not even very good as a unit filler, to be honest. Just sort of trapped death. So that was it. So yeah, it's the end of my turn 3. So see what I can do to I don't know, win, I suppose.
Okay, it's the end of Ogre's turn 4. I charged the Gutstar into the Harpies and chopped them up. Reformed. I moved these guys forward, as I predicted. In Ollie's last turn, I moved him forward and shot at the wizard and wounded him twice with 2 guys, which is more wounds than 6 of them managed in 3 other turns of shooting. So, yes, as per usual, I think I should just take units of 2, and they would probably become the most deadly and diabolical. In fact, that isn't a bad idea, but probably become the most dangerous things on the board, and probably the cheesiest. I tried to shoot at Taurox, who happened to be on his own. Normally, anyone else would have turned into a pile of scrap metal. However, I managed to misfire, although not quite badly enough to ruin my day, just enough to slightly disappoint me. So yeah, that won't be firing. My cannon won't be firing this turn or the next. Move that chariot out of the way a bit. I reformed these guys. The magic phase, the magic phase this game has been a bit disappointing. I basically rolled about the worst set of spells I could possibly roll for ogres. I rolled all the crap ones, no doubles, so I couldn't pick. They just sucked. So yeah, I was a bit disappointed with that. So yeah, with that, I then had to roll, get another 12 dice. I think I tried to cast a couple of spells, Ollie dispelled them, and then I had nothing else worth risking blowing my wizard up with, so I actually threw the rest of the 6 dice away. There was just absolutely, positively no point on this earth in using them. So, yeah, a bit disappointing. So yeah, with that, it's basically Beastmen turn 4.
Okay, so it's the end of Beastmen turn 4. Okay, quite an eventful turn. So I charged the Besticore into the cannon. He elected to flee. So I managed to redirect into the Mornfang. Taurox also charged into the Mornfang. The Razorgore Sabre it was. Well, in hindsight, I probably should have moved it. These guys just moved up. He jumped out of the unit thinking it was pretty safe now, as he knows the cannon's not firing for another turn. Main reason for that is just in case I need this unit, and also in case he miscasts, because I was planning on throwing 6 dice at some stuff. like all the good players do. So these guys just moved around the Hearthstone a bit. So I was expecting my my Minotaurs to flee because they actually charge the what are they called? Man-eaters. Man-eaters decided to flee rather than fight them. And unfortunately I rolled really high, caught them, and now I'm stuck in a really bad place. That's one expensive redirector. But as they haven't actually won a combat and Taurox left them, they're not actually frenzied, so it will allow me to flee, which is good. And the Razor Claws moved up. There's a kind of double flee kind of thing going on there. I did actually attempt to charge these into the Gut Star, hoping to kill a call for a couple of his characters by throwing 6 dice at Mind Razor. But I needed a 10, bearing in mind the movement's 5, so I needed to roll a 5 or less, and I rolled a 4. Oh, sorry, a 4, 5 or more, and I rolled a 4, so I failed it. So whatever. So yeah, this is just a patch-up job, really. So yeah, so the Minotaurs are probably going to flee, and then the Razor Claw will save them somehow. So yeah, so that was it. Then in the magic phase, I got reasonably good magic phase, as in I rolled low, so you want to benefit from the Hearthstone a bit better. And I chucked 6 dice at Pip Shades, aiming at this guy in the middle here, hoping to either clip his Slaughtermaster or BSB, because obviously I need to kill one of those to actually win, because I'm actually playing Blood and Glory. I thought there's a small chance I could get them, then I'll try it. But I thought I'd actually scatter back and just kill a couple of Iron Guts, so that was a shame. So I've still got to work out a way of cracking this nut. Failing that, I'm just hoping it goes to points by not actually losing my breakpoint. So that's my plan. Obviously, if my breakpoint breaks, then I'll lose anyway. So so my plan is to commit some stuff to this, to try and get them. And if I can't, then I'm just going to run away from him and hope I win through victory points instead. Because fighting that unit is just horrible. So. But I don't just want to run away from it for the rest of the game. I do want to try and get it. So, but yeah, so that's how it's standing at the moment. Yeah, see these guys run down the Man-Eaters. The Bestigor and Taurox absolutely murdered the Mournfang. Well, mostly Taurox. Bestigor came in at the end just to finish them off. There's one guy left. He failed his break test, so he needed Snake Eyes. And so he also died because he was a standard bearer, so they were dead. So that's one banner from that, one banner from the Man-Eaters, but I still need one more to actually beat him. And unfortunately they're all sitting in that Gut Star, so that should be fun. So yeah, so maybe he'll charge out his BSB and into an Occam's Mind Razor Gore unit or something. And give me the win that way, but it's unlikely. So we'll have to see what happens. So we're heading into Ogre's turn 5 now.
Okay, yeah, that's long since tried. Right, it's the end of Ogre's turn 5. A lot has happened in this turn. Basically, this moved back. The Ogre's charged into the Porky Pig, chopped it up. Although my BSB did take a wound in the process, reformed. The chariot over there came back. He decided that he wasn't going to run away just yet. Then shooting, I tried to gank his general. Oh no, I didn't. That was last turn. That failed. This turn I couldn't do it because I was still defouling the Baron. So yeah, magic phase, I managed to cast Curse of Anra here. Ollie tried to 5 dice dispel, which in theory should have worked, but in practice we remembered the rule that never works for us. And yeah, I managed to jamly get it off. I just said I charged his Minotaurs with the unit first, sorry, forgot about that. They chose to flee, bounce through the unit, presented themselves with a perfect opportunity for my Saber Tusk to make a charge as well. They automatically then fled off the board, although the Saber Tusk ran on in afterwards, after them. So he'll be coming back next turn. So he's not going to take any more part in the battle. but he did wipe out a rather expensive unit, which was quite beautiful. Magic phase, like I said, I managed to get Curse of Anna here, and then a Whiston's Wild form off on these guys, which was great. I know he managed to cast Brain Gobbler as well, although Ollie yet again managed to pass his leadership test, which is a bit harsh. But with that, that was the end of my go. So it's on to Beastmen turn 5.
Okay, it's the end of Beastmen turn 5, and in an effort to try and win the game through legitimate means, by breaking him, I decided to chuck at him the 40 gore, even though they had Curse of Anra here on, even though he had Whiston's Wild form on him. I decided it might be a good idea. Basically, my thinking is I'm not in my breakpoint or near it at the moment, because I've still got my General, I've still got my BSB, I've still got these guys and these guys, so I can afford to throw away a couple of units to try and get the win. So I chucked the 40 gore at him. Unfortunately, the Curse of Anra here ate 17 of them, which was unfortunate. So that's bad. I'll get onto the magic in a sec. This guy just moved up. Torx decided he's not going to have much more to do with the battle. It's just too far away, so I decided to try and outrange the Iron Blaster. The Bestigor, I don't really want to risk them. I certainly don't want to get close, because obviously it's one of the banners I need. So they're just going to look at the cannon. Hopefully, maybe they'll charge into it and get some points from it, just in case it does come down to points. Which I think I'll lose anyway, because I've lost a hell of a lot of points so far. The Chariot just moved away, because I didn't want the Broken Iron Blaster to come after him and get out the charge arc of the Bestigor. So my Wizard moved out a bit further, just in case he dimensionally cascaded. My BSB moved up here, just so I'd give the Primal Fury to the Gore that did actually get in. Then in the magic phase, unfortunately, I rolled an 11, which is absolutely terrible for me. I really wanted to roll low, because then I can really benefit from the Herdstone. So it goes to 6 Dispel Dice, which is really bad news. So I went in, I didn't want to miscast something before the Occam's Mindrazor. So I went for the Mindrazor first. I rolled 26, and unfortunately I rolled exactly 26, which is harsh, because that was my shot at trying to win the game there. I didn't actually miscast with it. Well, obviously I got 26 and he dispelled it. So, so then I cast to lower their toughness. Unfortunately I rolled a 1, and it was an irresistible force. So luckily I escaped the wound on my level 4, who only has 1 wound left, and the other 3 level 1s all took a wound. So got a bit lightly there. And then in the combat itself, managed to put a wound on his Slaughtermaster, even though he has Fencer's Blades, Glittering Scales, and a Curse of Anra here on me. The only reason I got it through is because I forgot to declare it at the time. So I wasn't taking that wound back, because he always takes the build, and he never brought it up this time. So I'm never going to kill that Slaughtermaster anyway, so it's not really a problem. And I didn't do anything to the rest of the unit. I think I killed 2 Iron Guts, just with the few guys that couldn't actually attack the BSB. The few guys that did actually attack the BSB, got quite a lot of hits on him, did actually get 3 wounds, even though I was wounding on 6s. Unfortunately, he's got the armour of Silver Steel and made all his armour saves, because he's only got 3 wounds left, so that would have been nice, but size days of rolling 3 1s in one go are over, I'm afraid, so I can't rely on that as a tactic anymore. So a bit worried about next turn, because obviously his cannon's ready to fire again, and all he has to do is score my General, and then either take out my BSB or this unit, and he could still win. So a bit scared, so we're going to move into size turn 6 and see if he can claim this game, because I'm a bit worried even if he doesn't, he'll probably win through points anyway, so he's in a really good position right now. So let's see what happens in Ogre's turn 6.
Okay, extremely short and very terrible turn. As predicted, his BSB took to flight, and his Gore took to flight as I charged them both with these. So these are stumble forward 6. No magic phase because of the failed charge. So basically it was down to the cannon to shoot the general, and naturally as befalls anything that is run by me that actually needs me to do something to win, I misfired and blew up on the last turn.
Literally just needed to kill Torox to win.
Yeah, so
Totally.
yeah, that was pretty retarded. So essentially it's down to points, unless Ollie manages to skill of shades me.
Hey man, I'm due a skill of shades.
At the end of the game, you're not ever due anything because of what you did with your Warriors of Chaos against my Scapegoat.
Right, let's do live, come on. So,
yeah.
It's my turn, I'll try and rally him.
Yeah. Which you do.
Yeah.
As I say, because I don't...
Just save it. They actually failed.
Well, it matters, but...
Yeah, it doesn't matter, so we're going to flee that one. So they're still on the board. Okay, so magic phase.
Yeah.
It's a good one!
Oh dear.
4 against my 6. Actually, I might try and melt off you first. And hope I don't get the miss card.
No.
So
I get
6, 7, 8. So for 3, there's 4 channels.
No channels.
Okay. So I'm going to try and milk off you first.
Yep.
Just the initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, goes off on a 15.
Okay. I'm actually going to take the crazy step. I'm trying to dispel that.
Yeah, correct.
Which I do.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to pitch shade here.
Yeah.
So the little one on his head.
Yeah. She dimensionally cascades, so it goes off.
Yes, that's called
So
dispel.
resolve that. So it scatters d6. Now that's the artillery. So it scatters here. Right, go on.
1! Yes!
So yeah, that's
both.
still enough to hit both. Yeah.
Ooh!
So general is okay, and the BSB is okay. Yeah, baby. And then like 4 ogres basically.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my fail rolling is coming into it. I was only lose 2. So
Dimensional cascade just round things up. Yeah, it just drains levels.
Yeah.
So it loses 1 level.
1 level.
Oh, it loses a bit of shades. Okay, so it's just going down to points then.
Yeah. So
Bad news for Beastmen.
well, we'll see. So we'll get back to you in just a second.
Okay, so we just totaled up the points, and it was a bit of a shocker actually. So I got 1,006 points.
Ollie got 1,311.
Yeah, which surprised me. And as I pointed out, it's really just down to his Iron Blaster screwing him over in the last turn by blowing itself up. Because it would have been, well, I think it's 200 points difference for a draw. I know it says 100 in the book, but I seem to remember a little card in there that said it was 200. Do you remember that? Remember that little inset?
Oh yes, yeah.
I'm sure it said 200, but could be wrong. But either way, his Iron Blaster screwed him in the end, so as it normally does.
It at least has the common decency to wait until to do it straight away before it's screwed.
Yeah, yeah. So to nobble him in the last turn seems a little unfair. So obviously the Noblar crew on there was actually working for my Night Goblins, so that's fine. Okay, so well, I think we both immensely enjoyed this game. It was really, really fun game. You know, I mean, that literally that last turn could have won it for either of us. If his Iron Blaster had killed Torox, he would have won. My Pit of Shades, we filmed it live, didn't we? Yeah, so, and obviously him rolling the ones for his characters, saving them. Either one of those dying would have won me the game. So you can't get much closer than that. So, shame it came down to points in the end, but, well, I got a win, which is good. But to be honest. I didn't really mind which way. Even if it was a draw, it would be fair enough, because it was just a really good game. You know, everything happened. You know, there was so much going on in this game. It was really exciting. Other than this chariot, of course, which did nothing. But yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of drama really. There's the cornering the Mornfang took longer than I hoped, because they were just getting away with all kinds of stuff. Bloody Taurox keeps failing charges, but I mean, well, they fled in this time. That was a guaranteed charge for him, but obviously them fleeing got him out of range. Where should I start? Well, the plan itself. As soon as I saw the Iron Guts over there, I thought, right, I'm not fighting them. And then I kind of forgot it was Blood and Glory, and I knew that I needed to fight them, which is a shame. Because if it was just Battle Line, I think I could have totally won that, and I just wouldn't have even gone near that Iron Gut unit. I had a Razor Gore sitting over here, and with the Harpies, I could have kept them out of the game. But in the end, I decided to go for it. I decided that this Gore unit here was enough to take him, well, you know, to get through his BSP. All I had to do was get a Mind Razor on them. Easy, right? Well, apparently not. Him getting the Curse of Anra here through was horrendous. I should have scrolled it. He got it on 3 dice, and I attempted to spell it with 5, and actually failed. So that really messed me up. And then, of course, I completely forgot he had Wiston's Wild Form on him, which didn't help at all. And then, of course, didn't get the Mind Razor off, because I actually rolled a good magic phase, which is bad for me. So yeah, as soon as he's got 6 dice to spell it, it was never going to happen. But it was worth the risk just to get that chance at killing his BSB. And like I said, I had a Pit of Shades as a backup. I probably should have done the Pit of Shades first, and then just wait for the Curse of Anra here to fall off, and scroll the next one, because it's obviously what we cast next turn, and then go in for the kill on the last turn rather than that turn. I think that probably would have been the more sensible thing to do. But as it happens, it still gave me the same chance of beating him each time. Although it would have been slightly better if I'd waited for the Curse of Anra here to fall off. So that was a bit of a shame. But hindsight is 2020. But yeah, so overall, the plan went quite well. Kept these out of the game. The horrible little man-eaters were annoying me. Luckily, they didn't actually kill my BSB in the end. But I certainly, I don't know, I didn't want to get away from those. Couldn't afford to lose my BSB, it would have just been terrible. So, the Minotaur going after the man-eaters was unfortunate, because I lost, well, I thought it'd be alright, but that Saber Tusk screwed me and chased them off the board. So, yeah, they don't like cows. So losing those points is why, in the end, I absolutely decided to commit to trying to win, because I was convinced I was losing through points. You know, I felt that I'd lost a lot, but as it turns out, I was okay. So, but yeah, so man of the match for me. I don't know actually. Probably, actually, everything did something, but nothing did anything particularly amazing. Taurox did kill those Mornfang, but then the Besticle were in there as well, so you know they were going to handle it. This guy probably for not actually dying with that couple of miscasts that he's had, and been shot up by man-eaters with poison sniper attacks. So the fact he's still alive, his magic he provided was pretty pivotal, as it always is. So probably him. Oh no. Here's one obvious man of the match, or should I say pig of the match. Slaughtered half of his army, lived through the whole game, and just amazing. But yeah, killed one unit of lead belchers, then another unit of lead belchers.
It's killed 6 ogres,
yeah.
I think, which is more like I lost 6 ogres in this unit, which took like half of Ollie's army, and 4 Mornfang, which took like his general and.
So it's me piggy. He didn't take a single wound. Oh no, he did take a wound in the first combat with the lead belchers. Yeah. But was destined for glory, so good for him.
Piggy is a hero.
All the piggies did quite well in the redirecting and that, but him in particular, so he's under piggy crown. So very happy with him. His chariot didn't really get to do anything, so he's probably been duffed for the match really. Can't really think of anything else. But yeah, but overall, they went pretty well. And at the end of the day, I'm fighting a horrible old gut star, so anything that isn't a crushing defeat is a bonus, and a win, I will take it every time. So pretty happy. So hand you over to Si now, who may or may not have just stuck his fingers together.
More than likely stuck things together.
Yeah, so I hand you over to him, see what he thought of the game. But I certainly enjoyed it. And like I said earlier, we're actually moving, so so the man cave will be no more. But I've got a room earmarked for a games room, so and Si's new digs, he will also have a games room available. So you may see a change of venue every now and again. But it's still us, so it's fine. And we're convinced that the man cave is actually cursed. So it'd be nice to see Si's luck improve as we move residents. So anyway, so I'll hand you over to Si now, see what he thinks of the game, and well, I may not see you next week, but the week after that, there will certainly be a game going on. So hand you over.
Yeah, that was a great game. Very good fun. Yeah, a little bit disappointed with the loss. It was very close. I did have some chances to win. Like I said, if I'd ganked Taurox at the end, I would have had it. And yeah, unfortunately, losing my cannon on the last turn was really harsh. Yeah, there's sort of nothing. Not really that much I could do, because unfortunately, having lost both the Man-Eaters and the Mornfang so early, was left with the Gut Star to do a little bit too much. It was a bit unfortunate. They didn't particularly get a chance to perform. The Mornfang I find just seem to be a bit difficult to know what to do with them, because there's just not enough points for adequate, in my opinion, there's just not enough points for adequate support with the rest of the stuff, because you need them to, whatever support you've got, you need to chaff up to protect your Gut Star and to can get in and do something. So yeah, I always struggle to find something to do with the bloody Mornfang. Plus, you know, I think maybe I should have had the Mornfang on the flank, and then just maybe gone flank heavy and try to wheel around, but that wasn't really an option for deployment. But yeah, it was pretty close, and just not being able to get a hold of his units in time was a bit harsh. But you know, that's the name of the game. I think what really hurt me though was the fact that I didn't feel I participated in the magic phase really in any way, other than getting Wissen's Wild Form and Curse of Anrahir by my level 2. My level 4 actually served zero purpose. He was very useless. Lord of the Moor, like I said, I had Brain Gobbler, which in theory is great against this army because everyone's fairly low leadership.
Really, the only spells that took any part in this game for you were Brain Gobbler and Curse of Anrahir.
Yeah. And even then, Curse of Anrahir was the one that did something. Brain Gobbler did absolutely nothing. I mean, yeah, you know, I had a chance of nobbling him. You know, I think I cast it 4 times and he passed every single one. But, you know...
Dispelled it once.
Sorry?
Dispelled it once.
Did you dispel it once?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I just didn't get enough. I just didn't get any of the really effective spells. I had the +1 toughness buff, but I never really... The only time I ever really needed it was on something else, and they weren't in range, which was a bit of a pisser really, because I really could have done with some of the other stuff, or Troll Guts or something like that. And then I think if I had Troll Guts, I might have been able to kind of, you know, sit on my maybe sit back a little more and actually try and sort of put some of the other stuff away. But as it was, I had no way of really defending myself, so I had to kind of go off on my own and try and hack some stuff apart before he could bring too much to bear against my big unit. So yeah, just not really having any decent spells to take part in the game sort of really hurt, because it was bad. My magic phases were actually disappointing. There was just nothing there for me. So yeah, I think what I will probably do is run a level 4 with Law of Beasts and level 2 with Law of the Maw. It's just a real shame I have to take Law of the Maw, because to be fair, I would have a level 2 of Beast as well, or maybe a level 2 of Death if I was being particularly dirty. But no, probably two level 2 of beasts, or sorry, a level 2 of beast and a level 4 beast would be bloody awesome. But yeah, unfortunately I have to pay the more tax, unfortunately. But yeah, very close though. I think obviously man of the match has to be the Gutstar, who did everything. Although the Sabertusk is second place for chasing off them Minotaurs. But yeah, unfortunately, other than that, I couldn't really get a handle on everything. The cannon down here had to be the duffer of the match, who promised so much and delivered me a loss at the end. All he had to do was do something that every other cannon in the game manages on a regular basis. And he failed. I had 2 turns of shooting at Taurox out in the open with no kind of save whatsoever, and
it couldn't have been any better either, could it? Because Taurox is made of iron and it's an iron blaster.
Yeah,
you shoot him in the back.
I put 3 wounds on him the turn before, and then
he's painted as well. I mean, it's guaranteed kill.
3 wounds on him the time before, and another 3 wounds on him. Then yeah, that would have been bloody awesome. That would have been lovely. But yeah, it didn't work out like that. So unfortunately, that is usually the way of things. So yeah, we'll see how it goes for next time. Like I say, it will either be at Ollie's or at my mum's place. We'll see how it goes. And yeah. A shame to see this place go, as it's served us well.
3 years.
Yeah, man. Other than the dodgy patches of mould that keep creeping through, just there in the corner. But yeah, it's alright. So yeah, with that, we'll see you in a bit for another game once we've got everything unpacked.